everyone. Welcome to the lecture number 14 of GE 103. So, we are discussing chapter 4 of textbook, and today we will discuss arithmetic expressions. The basics of expression is already discussed in this course. So, let me write a simple program for you. If I write here r equal to a plus 10, suppose, then what will be the output here? The output is clear to you, right? The output will be 20. Sorry, it is running the old code. Let me run it again. See, output is 20. So here everything is known to you, so I'm not explaining. So here if you just check this part, a plus 10, this is called an expression. This is a very simple expression, but still it's a expression. And every time whenever we use expression, we expression will evaluate a value, and that value will assign to some variable. So every time expression is used with this symbol means there will be a variable here, there will be assignment operator here, and after this assignment operator there will be expression. Most of the time we use expression in this format. There are some exceptions also, but that we will discuss later. Okay, so these are called expression. Maybe I can write a more complex expression. Suppose if I write another variable here, like b equal to 20, and then if I write a plus b into b minus a divided by 20. If I write this is also a valid expression. What will be the value of this expression and all that I will explain you today. Suppose this is an expression, this is a valid expression, but how to evaluate this expression, what should be the value of this expression, all these things will be explained in this lecture. So this lecture is very very important because the expression is a very basic concept of C programming. Without knowing the how to write an expression and how C is executing the any expression, it is very difficult to understand a program completely. So if I run this program now, it is still, I think it is still executing the whole code. Now the value is 410. How so basically the value of this expression is 410, which is assigned to variable r, and in line number 10 we are printing this value of r. So if I go back to the book, then so again I am reminding you that read the book line by line. It is very very important to understand any programming language. So if we start from arithmetic expression, then if you go to next page, then see in this table, and the left side of this table there are some algebraic expression written. These algebraic expression that are written in the left side, this type of format is known to us from our school life, right? We know this, we have written this type of algebraic expression from our school life. So these algebraic expression can be written in C also, but the writing syntax is little bit different. So instead the into multiplication symbol is we use as a star in C. So a into b minus c is written as a star b minus c. Okay, and m plus n bracket, this is almost same, but in algebraic expression, if we don't mention anything here, then we understand it as multiplication, right? So if I write AB, it means A into B. But here in C programming, you have to explicitly mention star. If you write AB, there will be a syntax error. So M plus N multiplication X plus Y. So you have to use star here. If you miss this star, then there will be a error. A by AB into AB by C. So here AB means A into B. So you have to explicitly mention it here that A into B by C. So if we go for this expression, 3x square plus twice x plus 1, so you can write it like this: 3 into x. There should be a plus here. There is a miss. The plus is missing here. There should be a plus here. Plus 2 into x. That means twice x plus 1. So you cannot write twice x like this in C. You have to write 2 into, means 2 star x. Okay, and if there is a square x square, then you can use x into x. There is a option to write x square also, but that we will discuss at the end of today's lecture. But you can write square as x into x. And here if you go for this expression, you can write x by y plus c. So I can write this like this: x by y plus c. But now the question is how the expression are evaluated. right? So in this case, if I here it is very clear to you that first of all x by c will be evaluated and that value will be added to c. This is very clear. But in this case here, when we write in this format, this expression is written in this format in C programming, then it is not very clear. If we see the first time, it is not very clear that how it will do. Maybe y plus c will execute it first, and the result of y plus c will be used to divide x. This is also a possibility. And the second possibility is that of x plus or x by y will be evaluated first, and then value will be added to c. So how there may be different possibility in C to execute expression if there is no rules. Why I'm saying if there is no rules, because there are rules set already set by C programming, so that there should not be multiple possibility. All multiple possibility will be removed by some rules, and those rules also need to be discussed. And these rules are very important. Okay, so if I go so here, before going to those rules, let me just quickly show you some more expressions. See here, if I write x equal to a star b minus c, then this part a star b minus c is a expression. So here, if you find this type of code in your program, then what does mean? First of all, a star b minus c, this expression will be evaluated and that value will be assigned to the variable x. If I go here, y equal to b by c star a, so this part will be evaluated first. This is an expression, sorry, this is after equal, this part is an expression b by c star a. So this expression will be evaluated first, and the value of this expression will be assigned to y, that I have explained you many times in class. So now the next question is how these expressions are evaluated. For example, suppose if I go for this expression a minus b division of then there is a parenthesis here 3 plus c into 2 minus 1. This is also a valid expression. If I go only for this line, this is also a valid expression. But what will be the value of this expression? Sometimes it is very simple to guess, but sometimes it will be difficult, and you have to understand some rules. So the first point here, to understand how these expressions are executed in C programming, you have to know the precedence of arithmetic operator. Precedence means which of the operator will execute first. For if you go back to this expression, y equal to b by c into a. So in this particular expression, there are two operators, division and multiplication. Which one should be executed first? In this particular case, if we or if I go back here, if I go here, x by y plus c, there are two operators here, operator here. One is division operator and addition operator. So which one should execute first? As I said, if there is no rules, then we can go, if we then we can go for addition first also, and then what will happen? Y plus c will execute first, and then that result will be used to divide x. This is also a possibility. And another possibility is division operator should go first, then x plus divided by y should be executed first, then the result should be added to c. So which one should we follow? So that is based, so we will follow a particular rule, and rule is basically these operator plus minus into division and mod operation, they are divided into two priority class. High priority has the multiplication, division and mod, these has high priority, and plus and minus has low priority. But if we compare plus and minus only, then they have equal priority, but their priority is lower than multiplication, division and mod. But if we compare multiplication, division and mod, they have equal priority. So remember this point is very important. The priority of these basic operations, basic arithmetic operations. The basic arithmetic operator, star, division and mod, these have same priority, but their priority is higher than plus and minus, and plus and minus has same priority. So remember this point, this will be required in many times during your programming or during your C programming. So now if we concentrate on this expression, x equal to a minus b by 3 into by 3 plus c into 2 minus 1. So this is the expression. So let me write this expression here for you again, so that things will be clear for you. uh, if I write this expression here again, x equal to a minus b by 3, then plus c star 2 minus 1. So how to execute this? I'm using these values a equal to 9, b equal to 12, and c equal to 3. So let me just replace all these values. A is 9, then minus b is 12, then plus c is c is 3 here. So 3 into 2 minus 1. Now how to execute it? To execute this, we know some rules, right? We know some rules. So here the c rules are almost same, but only thing you remember here is you have to remember this priority. What is, which one has high priority? The how many operators are here? Let me guess how many operators here. We have minus here, we have plus here, we have star here, and we have all this, and again there is a minus. So there are three types of operators here: minus, plus, and star. Sorry, b divided by 3. It is b divided by 3, so 12 divided by 3. So minus, division, plus, and star. So all four means there are four types of operators here. So which one should execute first? So just check the priority here, which has the high priority. Star and division has the high priority. So star and division, so out of all these four, if I say, then star and division has high priority, and after this minus and plus has low priority, right? So here it is clear that star and division should perform first. So in this particular expression, 9 minus 12 by 3 plus 3 into 2 minus 1, in this case, division and star should perform first. But if you see in this expression, both star and division are there, and they have equal priority. So if you follow this rule can say it that okay, first perform division and star and then perform plus and minus. That part is clear. But if you see in this expression, there is a division operation and operator, and there is a multiplication operator too. So which one should go first, division or multiplication? Because they have equal priority. So which one first? In that particular case, there is another term called associativity rule. Associativity come first. Associativity means these star and division, these say associativity, these have associativity left to right. So if you found some operators which have same priority, then most of the time associativity is left to right. There are some exceptions that we will discuss at the end of this chapter. So here, when we found that there is two operators, division and star, which has equal priority, and whose priority is higher than plus and minus, then first of all division and multiplication should perform. But out of this division and multiplication, we have to perform it in from left to right. So if we perform it from left to right, then first thing that will go, let me remove this two line, otherwise it may create problem. So x equal to 9 minus, we have to perform this first, because this is division and multiplication is equal priority, but division is coming first if we scan from left to right. So 12 by 3 equal to 4 plus 3 into 2 minus 1. Okay, and the next will be x equal to 9 minus 4 plus, now this multiplication will be performed. This is 6 minus 1. Okay, now x equal to, now we have two minus operator and one plus operator. So and both have same priority, all three have same priority. Since all three have same priority, we have to perform them left to right. So if we perform left to right means 9 minus 4 should be performed first. 9 minus 4 is 5, then plus 6 minus 1. Next again here, left to right, if we go left to right, then 5 plus 6 11 minus 1. Next 11 minus 1 is 10. So ultimate result is 10. So you have to execute in this format. So if we read this book, this rule is written in more proper way, but it's actually the main core concept I have already explained you. So every time you have to remember that in case of arithmetic expression, if there are operators like this, plus, minus, into, division, and mod, then they have, these three have high priority and these three has low priority. But this part is clear, But again, if you found that there are two operators having same priority, then how to execute? Most of the time they execute left to right. There are some operators which execute right to left, but that we will discuss at the end of this chapter. So we have just checked that the value of this expression is 10. So now let us change this. Instead of this, if I add some parenthesis like this, then also parenthesis is not new to us. Using parenthesis in an expression is also we know from our school life. Okay, now if we use parenthesis like this, what will be the output of, or what will be the value of this expression? Remember, this is the expression. This part is called expression. Don't think that this complete thing is expression. This is not expression. X, this is an assignment operator and this is a value. So this is not a part of expression here. I'm considering this as an expression here. So what will be the value of this expression? So here every time remember, in any expression if there is any parenthesis, then you have to execute those the sub expression inside those parentheses first. So here this is a sub expression inside the parenthesis, this is a sub expression inside the parenthesis. So these two sub expression has the highest priority to execute. You have to execute these two sub expression first. But again, there are two sub expression having equal priority, this 2 minus 1 and this. There are two parentheses here. So if you find there are two parentheses having equal priority, then again you will go left to right. So how will execute it? X equal to 9 minus 12 division, and then 3 plus 3 is 6, then again into, and then 2 minus 1. Next time we'll go x equal to 9 minus 12 divided by 6 into 2 minus 1 is 1. Okay, done. Now next what to do? If you concentrate on this particular expression, now this particular expression, then there are three operators: minus, division and star. So how to perform it? Again, which has the highest priority? Division and star has the highest priority, and from division and star both have same priority. In that case we have to go left to right. So in this case we have to perform 12 by 6 first. X equal to 9 minus 12 by 6 is 2, right, into 1. Now which one should execute first? There are multiplication and subtraction, so definitely multiplication has high priority. So we'll go for 9 minus 2 into 1, 2. Okay, and now x equal to 7. So if you see, without this parenthesis the value was 10, but if we go for this parenthesis, value is 7. So I hope you understand the concept, importance of parenthesis. And again I'm saying, if there are parentheses in your expression, then you have to execute those parentheses first. And if you have multiple parentheses like this, then you have to execute them left to right. But there is one more thing that I have not explained you, and that is called, if your expression has nested parentheses. This particular case, if you see here in this particular case, there is no separate parenthesis. If you compare this expression and this expression, look at this expression here. There are two parentheses here, but one parenthesis starts here, ends here, another parenthesis starts here, ends here. So there are two parentheses, a sub expression inside parentheses, but they're separate, they're not one inside another. So that is not nested parenthesis. But here this is a nested parenthesis. How? This is the first parenthesis start, then another parenthesis starts here, and you have to close this parenthesis first, and then you have to close this parenthesis. So there is a nested parenthesis inside parenthesis. So if your expression has this type of parenthesis, then every time the innermost parenthesis should execute first. Innermost execute first. So in this particular case, 3 plus 3 should execute first. So let me execute this one. How it is coming 4? Let me check. Let me check how are they, sorry. Okay. So in this case, what will be the initial output? Initial will be innermost parenthesis. Innermost parenthesis 3 plus 3. So 12 divided by 3 plus 3 is 6 into 2 minus 1. Then the next parenthesis, outer parenthesis, 9 minus. Now we have to execute this outer parenthesis here. But the outer parenthesis also has two operations, division and multiplication. So in division and multiplication, which one should execute first? Both have same priority. So you have to go left to right. So here First of all, we'll go 12 by 6. 12 by 6 is 2, right? Into 2 minus 1. Then next we'll go x equal to 9 minus 2 into 2 have to execute first because it is inside parenthesis. So it is 4 minus 1 now. Now we have two subtraction operation. We have to go left to right. First of all, 9 minus 4 is 5 minus 1, and then x equal to 4. See, this is now this is how the value of 4 is coming here. So I hope this how we are executing expressions and all it is clear. So you read this book, then only everything is clear. Maybe there are some concept written in this book which I am not covering here. It is very obvious that I may miss some of the important points, so you have to read the book to understand it properly. And the rule of expression evaluation is written here. Let me read this rule one by one. I have already explained everything to you. First, parenthesized sub expression from left to right are evaluated. So its meaning of this line is, if you have parentheses in your expression, they have to execute. If you have two parentheses, one parenthesis here, another parenthesis here, then this parenthesized sub expression should execute left to right. That I have already shown you. If parentheses are nested, the evaluation begin with the innermost sub expression. That also I have explained. This is the example here. This is the innermost sub expression, parenthesized sub expression, and this is the outer one. So you have to start with innermost. The precedence rule is applied in determining the order of application of operators in evaluating the sub-expression. The associativity rule is applied when two or more operators of the same precedence level appear in the sub-expression. So the meaning of these two is, if suppose you have plus and you have star, so it is very obvious that star should come first because star is multiplication. It is higher priority than plus. So this is written here according to this. But if you have two operators like star and division or plus and minus, those have equal priority. If they have equal priority, then we have to go to the rule of associativity. And if the associativity rule is left to right, then we have to execute them left to right, evaluate them left to right. Arithmetic expressions are evaluated from left to right using the rule of precedence. Most of the normally arithmetic expressions are evaluated from left to right. When parentheses are used, the expression within the parentheses assume highest priority. So if inside the parentheses, you have to assume it has highest priority, because here if you see, there is a multiplication operator, but before multiplication we have performed 3 plus 3 because it is inside the parentheses. So I hope if you everything is clear from these points, read it properly, then only you will understand it. I cannot explain you everything. There are some conceptual problem also there. So the one conceptual problem is division by zero. Somehow if you write a code, so for example, let me write a code here for you. R equal to uh, if I write R equal to b minus 20, what do you think, what should be the output of this? See, it is already showing, no, it should not show error now, because if I run this code, what should be the value here? Let me run this code for you. See, it is not giving any output. Why it is not giving any output? Because it is, there is a runtime error. Runtime error means there is no error when you are compiling the code, but when you are running the code, it means then when first of all it will execute this line, and then a value of a is 10, then it will execute this line, value of b is 20, fine. After this, value of r is 0, that is fine. When it will come here, and it wants to execute this expression, then which one should it will execute first? A by b or b minus 20? Because b minus 20 is inside parentheses, so this has the highest priority, so b minus 1 should be executed first. What is the current value of v? V is 20, so 20 minus 20 is 0. So now this will be uh, this is 0, and now you are dividing a with 0, so it's ultimately a division by 0, and division by 0 always gives runtime error. So that's why this program is not giving any output here. If you are running this program in Ubuntu environment, then it will show you an error. Here this editor is handling this error and is not outputting anything, but actually it will show an error if you run this code in Ubuntu environment. So you have to always take care of this thing, that your expression is not creating any division by zero kind of situation. Okay. The next important concept in C programming is type conversion, which is also related with expressions. So before explaining what is written here, let me write a quick code here, and or maybe I let me just change this code little bit, b minus 2. Okay. No, this is very simple. Let me complicate it little bit. Integer a equal to, let me write it short. It's short a equal to 10, then long b equal to 400, 4000, and then again tou float, uh, float r equal to 0. Okay, and then I'm writing r equal to a plus b, and then let me print the value of r. Now r is a floating point value, so I have to use f here. And now if I run this code, the value is 4010.000. Since it is a floating point value, so it is showing result in decimal point 000. So now if we, when we are performing this evaluation of this expression, when we are evaluating, or when we say C programming, or when the computer is evaluating this expression, so how, if you concentrate here, the type of a is short, right? It's a short integer. Type of b is long, so their type is not same. So how, in this case, how it is performing the evaluation? Previously what happened is, most of the time I use integer a, integer b. So integer a, b, type of a and b are same, so a plus b is an integer, very obvious. But here if you see, a is short, b is long, their type is not same. Then what, how C is performing those evaluation, or those the execution of those expressions? So in this case, the type of C will be automatic, type of A will be automatically converted to long. Why long? Because here long is a larger size variable, right? Short takes 2 bytes, and it is also store integer. Long also store integer, but it has 8 bytes. So what will happen? The type of A will be automatically converted to long, and then a is also long, b is also long, so long plus long, and the result is long. So final value of this will be as a long. Okay, so let me write it here. R equal to, in expression part, first one will be long. Actually it is short, but it will be converted to long. Then it is a, and b. Actually this is b is already long, so long plus long, final result will be also long. Okay, the value will be long. So here the value is 40 plus 10, 4000 plus 10 is 4010. What is the type of this value? This value is long. This value is long. Remember, this value is wrong. Long, sorry, long. A plus b, the result is long. But now we want to store or assign this value to a variable r. We assign this, what is the value now? Value is this. Value is 4010. We want to, and this, the type of this 4010 is long. Okay, now we want to store this value of type long to a variable which is of type float. So when we want to store this value in float, that value will automatically convert it to float and store it in r, right? That's why when we are printing the value of r, it is printing 4010.000. So there are all these things internally happening here. First of all, if we go want to execute this expression, this a is short, this b is long, so this a is converted to long, and then long plus long, the result is long, which is 4010. And now if we want to assign this long value to a floating point variable which store fraction also, then this long constant, that is 4010, will be converted to a real floating point value, and then it will store to r. That's why when we are printing value of r, it is storing 4010.000. So all these things are very very important. So here, did you convert, convert explicitly the type of a? No, right? So this type of conversion is called implicit conversion. Implicit conversion means compiler is, C compiler is converting the type of wave for you automatically. This is called implicit. So maybe the next question is, sir, when it will convert it to a long. Suppose in another question is, suppose instead of this, if it is integer, and if it is character, p equal to 400, 4, this it is, there will be this is a correct program again. So in this case what will happen? In this case, suppose a is integer, b is character. Character, I can also store integer value. There is a range mentioned. Or if you write only character, then data type is actually signed character. Signed character means it can store from minus 120 to 127. So 40 is in between this in between this range, so it can store 40. So now a plus b, how this expression will be evaluated? Here a is integer, b is character. Which one is larger? Integer is larger. Integer takes 4 byte, character takes only 1 byte. So this b will be automatically converted to integer first, and then integer plus integer will be 40 plus 10, 50. So again this value will be integer. And now
Now,
this
suppose
integer
if we
value,
consider
which
that
is now
Jadeja has played 2
50,
matches in this
which
IPL.
is
In
now
first match he has
50,
taken 4 wickets.
we
In the
need
second
to
match he has
which
taken
is
3 wickets.
integer, we need to
And now
store in
if
a
we
floating
want
point
to
variable r.
want to
We want
find
to
out the
assign
average
50 to
wicket
r. So
taken by
when we
Jadeja
want
in
to
each
assign
match,
50 to r, this
then
50 will be
how to find
integer
out
50
find
will
it
be
out?
converted to
Then in
float.
this case the
And
result
now
should
if
be
I
in fraction.
want
It
to
should not be in
print
integer.
the
So the
result of
average should
r,
be
it will be
3.5.
50.00.
So let's see how to do it.
50.00. So these are called implicit type conversion. Then implicit type conversion follows a particular rule. And if you scroll down to this book, this chapter, then you will see there is a diagram here. So this diagram says everything. So short integer, this is the hierarchy. Short character there, and then integer, unsigned integer, long integer, float, double, and long double. So if we try to relate this with a program here, suppose if I write a program here, and if I write integer a equal to 10, then I write short short b equal to 30, and then if I write integer uh, if I write integer r equal to a plus b, then here see b is short, a is integer. So short is here integer. So in hierarchical order, short is down. So short will be converted to integer. Not integer will not be converted to short. So now if this is integer, and if I write here instead of this, if I write here as double b equal to 30.45. This is also a valid expression. Integer a equal to 10, double b equal to 30.45, and then again integer r equal to a plus b. So if we concentrate on this part here, a plus b. So now a is integer and b is double. So which one should convert? A should convert. Why? Because a is here integer, a is down, and b double is here. So a must be implicitly converted to double. So a will be converted to double. It means instead of a is currently 10. So a will be converted to 10.0, and then it will be 10.0 plus 30.45. So result will be 40.45. And then 40.45, this value 40.45, this is a double value, right? This is a double value, and this value we want to assign to a integer. Now this is very interesting again, because now this a plus b is giving 40.45, which is a double value, but we want to store it in integer. So when we want to store it in integer, we have to convert it to integer. So in this case, what will happen? This 40.45, this fraction part will be dropped or truncated, and only 40 will be stored in R. So if we write this code and try to execute this code, then it will, and if you want to print the value of R, then it will give you output as 40. The fraction part will be dropped. But when you are executing any expression, suppose this is the expression. When you are executing this expression, the conversion is same according to this diagram. So according to this diagram, the lower type will be converted to the higher type. Okay, so I hope it is clear. And these conversion rules are written here, but whatever written here is already explained. If you understand this diagram and this example that I have explained, you will easily understand all the points written here. Then comes explicit conversion. Sometimes explicit conversion is also required. For example, suppose if we follow the IPL, suppose if we want, if we see the record of a particular bowler, that in which match how many uh, wicket it has this bowler has taken some. This is the average variable, and now if I want to calculate average, then if I write match plus ch2 divided by 2, do you think this is the correct output? If we write this code, what will be the output? Let me just copy paste this and run it. So if I run this code, what will be the output? Output is saying 3.00, right? So do you think this is the correct average? This is not the correct average actually. The correct average should be 3.5, because match 1 4, match 2 3, so 4 plus 3 is 7, 7 by 2 should be 3.5. So average wicket taken by Jadeja in this IPL should be 3.5, but it is showing 3. So where is the mistake? Mistake is in this expression, evaluation of this expression. If we follow this expression, then which part should execute first? This part, sorry, this part should execute first. And if we execute this part first, type of match 1 is also integer, type of match 2 is also integer, so integer plus integer, so this value will be a integer value. What is the value here? Value will be 7, and it is a integer. So now 7, this 7 which is integer will be divided by 2, which is again another integer. So 7 by 2, which is integer by integer, because 7 is also integer, 2 is also integer. So if when we divide integer with another integer, final result will be also integer. So 7 by 2, final result is 3. Final result is 3, which is an integer. Because always remember, I have said it many times, when you are dividing an integer with another integer, only the integer part will come, fraction part will be dropped. So though we are multiplying 7 by 2, but since 7 and 2 both are integers, only 3 will come, 0.5 will be truncated. So a value of this expression is 3. And when we assign this 3 to avg, avg is a floating point value. So these 3 will be converted again to float, which is actually 3.0. That's why average is giving us 3.0. So how to change this value? If we want to change this value, then what to do? You need to change any of this value as float. If you change any of this value as float, then automatically everything will be changed. For example, if I change this value to float, instead of this, if I write like this, then also it is showing correct result. But what this is no, not the exact example that I'm trying to show here. Instead of this, if you write here float plot, and if you run the code, then also it is showing the correct result. So what I am doing here is, this is called explicit type conversion. Here I'm explicitly converting the type of match 1, because if I don't write this part here, then the value is match 1 is integer, match 2 is integer, so integer plus integer, result will be again integer. But if I convert this, forcefully convert match 1 to float first of all, then the type of match 1 is float. That is, instead of 4, it is now 4.0. If anything is float here, so if the type of this one is float, then remember the rules. When float plus integer you are in an expression, then these also should be automatically converted to float. So implicit conversion will convert this float, this integer to float, and explicit I am explicitly converting it to float. So float plus float will be a float. So instead of 7, it is now 7.0. Or the important part is, it is now float. So float, if this part is float, and if we divide it with an integer, so one is float, another is integer. So integer will also implicitly convert it to float according to this diagram, and the final result is actually float divided by float. So in this case, if we divide 7.0 divided by 2.0, result will be 3.5, and it is showing here 3.5. So all this conversion is very important. Sometimes you have to use explicit conversion. This implicit conversion is not enough every time. In this particular example is the best example, when your two values are integer, that wickets in match 1, wickets in match 2, but you need and find out the average, which should not be an integer, should be a float. So in this case you have to use some explicit type conversion, otherwise your result will be wrong. All these things are explained here. You read this part, you'll understand it. I'm not explaining it in detail. And then if we go in the next table here, this is showing the priority and associativity of all the operators. Previously what we said, only the arithmetic operators, the priority of plus, minus, division, multiplication and mod we have explained previously. But if you see this table, it is showing the precedence and associativity of all the operators. So you can see parenthesis as the highest priority, but if we have two parentheses, then we have to go for left to right. This is unary plus, this is not the plus, this is unary minus. Unary minus I've already explained. Then plus plus minus minus. So plus plus minus, increment decrement operator, and there are some other operators written. Most of the operators I've already explained. So these operators have higher priorities, and if two of them are there in two of these operators, or more than two of these operators are there in an expression, then you have to evaluate them right to left, because their associativity is right to left, not left to right. But if you go here, this is the arithmetic operation, multiplication, division, mod, they have the same priority, but their associativity is left to right. Means if you have in an expression, if you have more than one operators from this range or this category, then you have to execute them left to right. Then addition and subtraction, then left shift, right shift, then these all operation less than equal to this the relational operation, then equality inequality, then bitwise and bitwise or. You have to basically remember all these things. This table is very important. This table is saying the priority of all the operators plus associativity of the similar group. So this is a group, this is a group. In this group, most of the groups are left to right, but there are some group also exist right to left. This is very important, especially if you go for increment. If you go for increment, the associativity is right to left. Now if I go here, if you see here, inside this bracket, this statement is also an expression, right? Is also an expression, but how this expression is evaluated? In this case, if I write if x equal to 10 plus 15 and y less than 10, ultimately what it is doing, if I write it here, it is doing if x equal to 10 plus 15 will be first executed 25, and y less than 10. How it is executing actually? If you see here, plus in this expression, from all these operators, plus is the highest priority. See, all these operators here, equal to or and less than, all have priority less than plus. So plus will be executed first, then this will be x equal to 25, and then this equal to and less than, this is higher priority than and this and operation. So see, this is the and, so it is a low priority, and equal to is here, so equal to is higher priority, less than is highest priority. So after 10 plus 15, this part, this and this will be executed, and lastly and part will be executed. So now if I go for another example here, let me write another code here. Let me write a simple code again. Integer a equal to 10, then if I write integer b equal to uh, 0, let me write 0, and integer r equal to 0, and if I write here r equal to a plus e plus plus, what should be the value of r? What should be the value of r in this particular case? If I run this code, value of r, it is still sorry, it should be d. Now it is printing integer. So if I run this code, value is 21. How it is printing 21? Because here there are two operator in this expression. One is increment operator and one is simple plus operator. So if you read this table, you will find that increment operator has higher priority. So here this operator will execute first and then this a. Okay, so if we use this operator, so now when we'll execute this particular expression, this sub expression, this is a plus plus, not plus plus a. So in this particular sub expression, the value of a will be, old value of a will be used here. So old value of a is 10. So after executing this, value of a will be changed to 11. But here we'll use old, but the new value is 11. So after this, from here we'll pick 10, but after this we'll exit. So if I try to explain it here, that internal detail of this code, how it is a plus plus. So first of all, this will be executed, a plus, this part will be executed. A plus means here I will use 10 because old value will be used, but ultimately a is already 11 now. After this executing this part, here I will use old value, but a plus plus means incrementing the value of a. So now a is 11, already 11. So after this, when I will go here, then it is 11 plus 10, which is 21. That's why the value is coming as 21. But if we think that if I now use this a plus b, now if I run this code, the value is 20. Value is 20. So now where is the, how the value is now 20? Actually value of b is 0, right? Value of b is 0. A plus b, anything you add with b, anything you add with b, result will be same. A plus b should be a, because b is 0. But still it is changing the value. It is changing 21 to 20. How? If you concentrate on this expression now, this expression has a parenthesis, and parenthesis has the highest priority. Even it is more than increment. If you check this table, see parenthesis has the highest priority, even more than the increment operator. So in this particular case, we will execute the expression written inside the parenthesis first. So a plus b is 10, because 10 plus 0 is 10. So this 10 will be executed first, and then we'll go here, and again we'll use the old value of a from here. After this line, the value of a will change, but in this particular case, we'll use the old value of a. So 10 plus 10 is 20. So these type of expression means example are very tricky. So you can pause this video here, try to understand why this example is giving 20, and maybe you can go backward and see why this previous example was giving 21. These are very important, so always remember all these things. But again, if you have two increment operator, then this increment operator will be executed right to left because of this rule. So all these things are very important. Please remember all these things. It is not possible to explain every point here. Read this book and try to understand, or try to write some expressions by yourself and run it here, and cross check it why the value is coming, and why how this value is coming and all. Okay, I think we come to end of this chapter, and last concept here is mathematical functions. Mathematical functions means I have not explained that how to write cos trigonometric function, how to write power of x. Suppose if you want to find out x to the power y, how to write it in C. Suppose you want to find out square root of something, how to calculate it in C. All these things how to use. There are some functions written. You don't need to do anything, and these functions are written in using a header file called math.h. So if you want to use these functions, whatever functions written here, you have to use math.h, hash include math.h, and these functions are very very important. At least these functions, these other function, you have to remember these functions. I may ask you some question from these functions. I will just show you one function here. So if I want to find out, suppose b is also 20, and now r equal to a plus b, and now I want to print the square root of r. How to find square root of r? There is a function uh, for square root of r. Function is, and suppose float sq is another variable, and sq is sqrt of r. This sqrt is a function used to find square root of r. Now if I run this code, it will show me an error. Why it is showing error? Because this square root sqrt is a function written inside a header file called mat.h. So if you want to use mat.h, may square this type of functions, square sqrt, then you have to use mat.h. Now if you run this code, your code will execute. But I have to use here sq, and I have to use here f. Sorry. So now if I run this code, see it is printing the square root of 30. Okay, so if you are using any of these functions, you have to use mat.h header file. Why I'm calling it function and all? Because I think maybe this term function I'm using first time in this course. I will explain it later what is function. There will be at least two complete lectures on functions, but here just you can say that if you want to use apply square root, you can use this function. If you want to go for power, you can use this function. Suppose you want to calculate x to the power y, you can use power pow, and then you can write x comma y, and it will calculate this function. So all these functions from math.h is very important, very very important. We have to understand it. And one more point, if you are running this type of this code in ubuntu, then maybe you need to use minus lm when you are gcc, then program name, then minus lm, then only your program will execute if you are using mat.h. Otherwise it may create some show some error. But here it is not showing error because this editor, this vs code is automatically handling it. So I think I completed this chapter. Yes. So now your task is to read all this the complete chapter, and then try to solve this problem statement, this small assignment that is given here. This is very important. You have to practice these exercises, because I may ask some question from here. This is very important. So I'm stopping here, and the next lecture will start a new chapter.